All right, welcome back to the channel. Methodical Man here. Today we are going to be covering the 15-minute opening range trade recap for the week. Doing it a little differently this week. We did record the trades every day, so we're going to try to clip those in here and just show you the winners and losers and kind of cover how the week went right there at the end. So let's get into it. All right, so we're going to be looking for the 15-minute opening range here. We got the high and the low marked out right now. We still have about 1 minute left before the range is kind of set in stone there. About 30 seconds, and then we will go ahead and put our order on the book. Again, it's going to be a 2.5 to 1 risk to reward here. So risking 15 handles for a potential 38. Do I need to, let's see, we got about 10 seconds here. All right, tagged in there. Tagged in there right at, so 38.50. We needed to go to 58.50 in order to lock in some profit there. So it's got to push up into the 58s in order for us to lock in 10 handles here. Let's see what happens. Like, it would be nice to start off Monday with a winner here. Getting some volume coming through there on the WADA. So let's see if we can push. 50 is going to be the number. Really got to blast right through there. I don't want to get stuck there. Don't want to get stuck there at 50. You want to get this thing to push right through there here, ideally. So 58.50 would be the first up. Then obviously 68 would be the next up there. So we'll lock in 10 if we can get to 58. Then we'll lock in 20 if we get to 68. Come on. Don't want to get stuck there at 50. You really want to just blast right through there. Getting stuck there right now. Not loving it. Not loving it. Want to just pop right through there. Let's get right through that whole number there. Straight through there to 58 at least. And we'll lock in 10 if we can. All right, let's see what happens. Come on, WADA. We need the volume. Where you at, buyers? Where you at, buyers? If the buyers don't pop through here, it's going to be troublesome. Got to come right in here and push this thing up. We are at the high of days. ES all the way up to the 81. Pushing into that kind of resistance area there. So let's see here. All right, we're about to lock it in. There we go. Lock it in 10 there. All right, let's push on up into the 60s here, just straight through there. We can lock in 20 at that point. Let's come on up here and touch our line and give us 20. So can't lose here. Can't lose here, guys. But let's start the week off with a 38-point winner. Well, why not? 68 incoming here. Volume coming in here. Looking good so far. Let's get that push on through there. Come on, just tap it. Just give it a little tappy poo. Trying to follow the rules here. Don't want to move it too quick. This thing should tap it, though. We should get 38 handles today. There we go. So locking in 20 there. Locking in 20 there. Now let's get 38. Come on, give us 76 up here. Start us off the week correct here. One nice big 38-point winner. Nice big 38-point winner. So our next line, if we were going to lock in more, would be 72.50. So at 72.50, we'd lock in 30, and then we'd either get 30 or 38. But it looks like we might get stopped here. Come on, let's go. Keep going. You want more? Stopped out there. Seller's starting to push here, push through. I'm going to take a quick short. See if I can't get what I need over here on this account. Topstep. All right. I don't think, is my math that bad? I guess my math is off. That's only 485 that we got there. All right. We made 485 there. I think we needed 650. Somehow my math was off. Oh. So anyway, short here on the 15-minute breakdown, breakout strategy. Once we get to 06, assuming we can get there, then we lock in 10 handles at the 16 there. So we got to get down here. It's got to touch this line, and then we can lock in 10 handles. Numbers coming out still here in 7.5 minutes here. So let's see if this thing can sell right through here, right there at the pivot. I hate when that happens. So I miscalculated on that short, and I only got $500 now instead of $650. And now I'm going to have to take another trade for like $150, $200, and it's tough to do sometimes to just get that last little. I like to just take the trade and get it. So we'll lock in 10 points here if we can touch that 06 area. It's bouncing right now. I want to kind of hold it below that pivot, though, really, if you can. ES selling here. Nothing we can do until we touch that line. Once we touch that line, we lock in profits. So up 484 over here, up 4,500 on another account. Could potentially get a winner here if this thing doesn't stop us out. Want to see this thing. It's retesting the 15-minute range here. You really want to keep it out of that range. You wanted to stay out of that range and just continue to sell here. So retested the range there, kind of pushing back down here. We got to get it through the 06s here. Need to push on back down, otherwise we're going to get stopped. I don't like taking the trade into the pivot, but it's what the strategy calls for. All right, bouncing there. Might get stopped here. 27. We actually... Stop should be at 42. 42, yeah, 42 should be the stop. So I'm moving the stop to where it should be. We got tagged in a little lower here. I don't want it to tick us there. News at 10, 4 minutes here until the news, a little over 4 minutes here. ES is pushing here. It bounced right off that 72 area back up to the 77. So looks like we might get stopped out. We might get stopped out here. ES pushing. Got to have that ES turn back around here in order to get us down here. We're so close right there. We were the 11s. We could lock in at the 06s. So we were 5 handles away from being able to lock in some profit. See if this thing continues to push down here. Just watching the water here. We want to see these sellers come in here. We want to see the sellers just boop, 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 boop. Just build us a nice house here. Build us a nice house. We got to see the red come in here. That's what we need to see on this 15-minute range break here. A little bit of 4 minutes, 3.5 minutes here until the news comes out. Just need the sellers to pop in here. ES kind of pulling back into the 76s here. Need that ES to start selling here to get us moving in the right direction. Told you guys to begin with, I didn't love the move to the downside. We had the pivot. We had a lot of stuff going on down here that I wasn't in love with. Doesn't mean it can't work, right? But I didn't love it. So let's see if this thing can sell off here. It would be nice. We did make $800 on this yesterday, so we may give most of it back here. You can see buyers coming in there, not what you want to see if you're short. So, but as long as we're not stopped out, we still got a chance. And not stopped out yet. Got to see these buyers disappear here. Sellers have to come through right here, right now. Really got to come through like right now in order to get this thing going the direction we want it to go. Got to get the sellers to come in right here, right now. Right here, right now. Where you at, sellers? Where you at? Just trying to wait here and see what happens. That's all we're going to do. Got to stop in where it needs to be. We got to take profits where they need to be, and we're going to follow the rules here and do what we're supposed to do. So might get stopped here, guys. There come the buyers. Not seeing enough sellers here at all yet. ES is still kind of pushing. All right, ES is finally starting to pull back here. Let's see if that's going to be enough to kind of get us going here in the right direction. Pulling back, 77.50 right now. Let's see. It's pushing back up a little bit here. Got to turn around right now. Woo! All right, stopped out there. See if we get tagged in here. All right, tagged in long on the 15-minute strategy here. So from 70, we want to see 90. So we want to see that area, that line kind of touched, and then we'll lock in, 80. This is Wednesday's 15-minute, 5-minute, or 15-minute opening range gap strategy here. Opening range. So we want to see this. We want to see the volume just continue to build here on the WADA and take us to where we need. If you're unfamiliar with the strategy, basically we're risking 2.5 to 1 risk to reward here, risking 15 for a potential 38. And we'll lock in 10 handles once we reach 20. If we reach 20. Sellers popping in here. Strategy did lose yesterday. It lost Tuesday, 1 on Monday. Monday, I think we locked in 20. Lost 15 on Tuesday. So let's see what happens today. A win would be nice. You don't always get what you ask for, though. So we'll see what happens. I do think if we break above 75 here, we should get a nice push into 90. Just kind of watching the WADA here. I might take the entry over here on another account as well if the volume pops in. Over here on the WADA. So far it hasn't. But if it does, we may do it. All right, there comes the volume. We're going to take it over here as well. What in the world is going on here? Oh, my goodness. I don't have the ATM strategy set up, apparently, so. So we made like $10. All right, now we got it. Now we got it set up. All right. Well, good thing we didn't enter that then, or we didn't hold it because it's pulling back now. 15-minute hasn't closed. Is it not 9:45? Oh, you're talking about the trade? Nah, it's right here. It's still on. I was like, wait a second. Now look at the clock wrong. If you guys haven't already, hit that like button for me. If you're not yet subscribed, you know what to do. Press the subscribe button. Yeah, I know it hasn't closed. I was just thinking I could. I kind of like the way it looks. ES did push through the highs there, so I was trying to watch the WADA and see. I was thinking of taking an entry, but on another account over here. But now I'm not so sure. ES pushed up to the 28s there. So had we held that long over there on the ES, would have worked out, but we didn't hold it. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. Still up $400 on it. Not going to complain. It's fine. Back to the entry here on the 15 minutes. Kind of just want to see this volume pop right through here. We are making, this is the high of day, so who knows what could happen. ES also at the high of day, so any weakness in the ES here is going to probably bring us down. Holding the 15-minute range so far, though. Not loving the look of the buyers or the sellers here. We really want to see this trail down, and let's get the buyers to start building. You can see the explosion line kind of moving below the dead man here. That's not a good look either. Tells you some momentums. We're losing the momentums. We need the momentums back to get this push. She wants 600. She wants it. Well, 608 specifically. Or maybe I just want it. I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. Don't know. One or the other, I guess. One or the other. All right, starting to push here. Not really on any buy volume, which is interesting. That means that the buy volume does pop in. We should go quickly. If the buyers pop in here, we should make a quick move into that 90. There comes the buyers, or at least some. We need more. What is that? I don't know what that saying is. More energy, more, I don't know what it is. More passion. More energy, more passion. If you guys know what I'm talking about. So he popped above the 80 there for just a moment. Now the sellers are popping in here. Don't like the look of that. ES pulling back to the 25s. Got to get the ES up to maybe that 30 area to kind of get us going here. If we can tap that 30. What did Mancini say was up next here? He said 05, blah, blah, blah. 30's up next. Yeah, almost at 30 to be honest. 24s right now. Yeah, not looking great here. Not looking great. But we're going to follow the good old rules. Leave it alone. See what happens. We'll let it do its thing. If it stops us, it stops us. No big deal. No big deal. We need to push up. You always got to ask for the right direction, right? You can't just say push. Could be push down, but we want push up. We want it to push up. Let's go higher. Everybody say it with me. Give us the 608s. Directly. We don't want you to go down and then give us the 608s. We want you to go straight to the 608s. Just in a straight line. Straight line. Let's go. Straight up. That's all we ask. It's not too much to ask. Give us the 90 to at least lock in some gains. At least lock in some gains at the 90. We want more, but, we'll take the 90. I'm not going to be super greedy. Not going to be super greedy here. I do kind of like this 15-minute strategy because it's just kind of stress-free, carefree. I don't want to say carefree, but you know what I mean. Like, it's pretty quick. I'm not sitting here holding this for hours like I am sometimes in the 5-minute, where you're just like, man, just either kill me or give me my profit. The 15 minutes usually pretty quick, 4 or 5 minutes, and you're either going to get your profit or you're not. So, although I guess we've been in this one for a little minute here. Let's see, what time is it? 55. I don't know, 7-8 minutes. She's struggling to go. I don't like the look of the wicks here on the 1-minute chart on the tops of the candles there. ES is still trying to push up into the 26s here. Like I said, really got to get the ES up into the 30. Get it above 30 here, and I think we can at least lock in the 10. If we can get the ES going above 30. Got to get it right back through that high a day there. Hanging out at the 26s right now. Got some sellers popping through here. Need those sellers to just give it up. Let the bulls be in control, at least for now. We want the bulls to be in control for now. We'll tell you the other things we want later. Maybe we want the bears to be in control then, but not now. Uh-oh. Stopped out there. All right, sellers trying to pop through now. ES is pulling back a little bit, back down to the 03s. Maybe we can at least lock in 10. You know, the thing is, this area that we're in, even if we get this push below the whole number there, more likely than not that we're going to pop back above. So if we push below the whole number down to our lock-in spot, it'll probably stop us out for plus 10 anyway, because our stop will be at 05s, or actually 0350. So even if it does push below here and we move the stop, we kind of expect to get stopped out for plus 10 if we get that push below that we're looking for. Because that's kind of how it works, you know. Doesn't usually stick on that first push. Now it could. I mean, it could waterfall, right? I mean, it could just waterfall straight down and hit the 70s, but it's just unlikely. Unlikely for it to happen. And see, this is why I moved my stop to where it's supposed to be, because had I not moved my stop, we'd be stopped out already. The stop would have been at 28.50, and it went up to 28.75 there. Bouncing once again right there. 10 o'clock, crossed over the 10 o'clock hour. I don't know if there was news. We got a little, maybe that just might have been the top of the hour kind of burst. That burst might stop us out. ES pushing again. There we go. Stopped out. Then we'll go ahead and get ready to put our order on here. I don't know if I love this. So we're right here at a pivot. Don't really love it, but we'll take it. So put the order on here. Probably going to be tagged in right away. So tagged in right away, right at the new open of the candle. So let's see if she pushes into the, she have to go to 14 and in order for us to lock in some profits. So we'll lock in 0475 if it gets to 14. If it gets to 14 there, let's look and see what happens. This is why we just take it, because you never know. All right, let's get this 14. You really don't want to pull back here. You'd rather just go. Although typically she pulls back. She doesn't make that first push above stick, but let's see if we can get this push through here. Like I said, this is the 15-minute opening range break. So far, looking okay. Like to get right through the 14s there so we can lock in 10 handles. But we'll play by the rules. See this buyers push this thing on into the 14-15 area there. Almost touching our line there where we lock in profits. Almost touching it. Not quite. All right, we can go ahead and lock in 1-to-1 here. So locking in 1-to-1, see if we can continue to push. Next up is 24. I don't know that it's going to push. I mean, it'd have to go straight right through there if it's going to do it. If it pulls back at all here, we'll lose the whole number probably. So it'd have to just go straight right through there now if it's going to do it. There we go. Logging in 1475. And now the next up is going to be the 28. So if we hit the 28, then we move it on up there. We need a, there we go. Come on. I want it to just go. I want a full winner today. Give me a full winner. Let's push right through there. Come on, you got it. We need the 1500 winner today. There we go. Locking in 30. Let's get the full 38 today. Come on, give it to us. Give it to us here. It's been a while since we got a full 38 handle winner. Nice. Can't complain about that. $1,500. It's a good way to end the week on the 15-minute breakout strategy. All right, so there you have it. We ended the week there with 3 losers and 2 winners, locking in a total of 13 points for $260 this week. The winning percentage is now at 25 losers and 25 winners, 24 losers through 10 weeks. This week we made $260 on one contract, and we are now averaging $620 a week on this particular strategy. You guys will have to let me know if you like this type of review video or how I was doing before. The ones before were averaging around 12 minutes. This one's approaching 30. Now, I can maybe 2x the trades or even just do a voiceover. You guys can let me know in the comments below which one you like. If you are interested in trading futures, we do have the 90% off coupon for APEX and Bulenox in the description down below, as well as the link for Topstep. And once again, we'll be live 9:15 a.m. on Monday. If you haven't already, like the video, subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.